Mr President. My question is for the Minister for Aboriginal Affairs regarding election commitments. Does the Minister anticipate that the government's election commitment of voice, treaty and truth to be fulfilled by the next state election?
Thank you, sir. I've talked about this a number of times in this place. We have an election commitment to implement, and I think it was our very first election commitment way back in July of 2019, a state-based version of response to the Uluru Statement that includes the elements of voice, truth and treaty. As I've said before, many people have written about it and thought about it since the Uluru Statement was handed down in May of 2017, that the logical first step in terms of sequencing would be voice in that process. That is what we've done in this state, and have now have legislation that have had those first elections, and in the process of the organisation of those first local then state voices being set up. As I've also said in this chamber before, sir, we are keen to get some of the views of the newly formed voice on the next stages of the three tenets of the Uluru Statement, sir. We will certainly be making progress towards the other stages of truth and treaty during this term of Parliament, but I don't think anyone thinks it will be completely over, done and dusted within the next year and a half, sir. Victoria is, I think, 5 or 6 years into a treaty process and now at the stage of formal negotiations. Queensland is a couple of years into starting a treaty process. Other jurisdictions around the world, like North America, for example, sir, many of the provinces of Canada are treaty jurisdictions where treaties were signed in the mid to late 1800s. For instance, the province of Manitoba, every part of that province is covered by, I think, 5 or 6 different treaties. In Canada, the province of British Columbia largely does not have treaties signed. They are, I think, into their second decade, at least now, in a number of areas of treaty negotiations and discussions. We are under no illusion, and I don't think anybody who's worked in this policy area and thought about it thinks that it will be a very quick process, but we are keen to get on with continuing with the elements of the Uluru Statement once the voice is set up.